right, welcome back to the Island Guys FPL podcast, Dari and Dari, and this is our preview, a quick preview to Gameweek 9. Some must-haves, some captaincy picks. All right, Dari, talk to us. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with the fact that I said on our last episode, by the way, hello to everyone. The last episode I said my transfer would most likely be Son to either Rashford or -4 to Bruno, and now I have the news that Salah would not be gracing Game Week 9, so it looks like I would have to take Salah out of my team, which is going to give Son an extra week to stick around. So it's going to looking like Salah to Bruno for me, but on a larger scale, it's just looking crazy for Liverpool right now with all the injuries that they're dealing with. That's tough.
Salah, I mean, and then Joe Gomez out.
Yeah.
I think Robbo's back, right? Robbo should be there. I checked on.
Yeah,
Actually, as recent as I could check, Robbo should be
I mean,
fine.
there's no Trent, there's no VVD.
Yeah. So
it's tough.
So they have a game against Leicester, so that's one I want to mark down as something. And team that's always coming back on our feed is Everton. They have a fixture that I am keen about. I think their players look back, I guess, just Seamus Coleman out, but this is a team that, you know, I'm heavy on again. So I'm swinging back to Everton's way. So I'm looking at players like Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin for this game.
Yeah. I just think I agree with you. It's just a little tough for me to put Richarlison, I guess, at the top of the queue in that, you know, just the South American qualifiers and the fact that he spent a little time out. I think Calvert-Lewin might be a safer pick for this week.
Yeah, I just going on the basis of Richarlison is owned by 3.9% right now. And he's a guy who could get a penalty and hit 2 goals in a game. We know how dangerous he could be. And he plays a lot of minutes. You know, he's a minutes guy. He's not the guy you sub. So he's a guy I could look at. And then we move on to even Chelsea. They have a great fixture as well. And then you have the likes of Ziyech and Timo with Pulisic being out. Havertz out as well. It opens the doors for guys like Mason Mount and stuff. So I guess we could probably jump into some of our must-haves. So
yeah, just speaking on that game quick. Well, I have personally have Chilwell and Werner.
Nice.
Chilwell had a little worry, but I think he should be safe because he was on the squad for England. Just one last thing before going into the game week here and looking at the other fixtures. I think that the Leeds Arsenal is one I'm going to be looking forward to. Just
why is that?
Arsenal had a lot of expectations on them.
0 goals.
And it's like no one never for Oba. You know? At this point, I think it's no one never for Oba. He might not return to anybody's team for a long, long time. I mean, yeah, he was one of the highest when he's down there. And I just think I think this is a good opportunity for Arteta to really restate his claim because he came into the season on some good vibes within the FA Cup, and it's tough for the Gunners. Leeds have been up and down as well, so we'll see how that goes. But we could go into the must-haves.
All right, let's go into the must-haves. I mean, starting in the back, I'd say, as you said it, and his must-have looks like it's every single week. Ben Chilwell as a defender for me, good fixture. No need to repeat again. He's
in my team. No opposition.
He's on the corners. He's a must-have because you don't want him to hit, you know, and he's in chances for goals to get assists, 2 goals and a clean sheet, and then you don't have him. So Ben Chilwell, my must-have defender. Yours?
I'll go to Harry Maguire of United.
Interesting.
I don't think I've picked many United players this season on the whole, but this is a game they definitely need to keep a clean sheet. I mean, you could go with Wan-Bissaka if you want. I think Teller should be back as well. This is the fixture. If you had a Man United defender that you're hoping to see the points coming, you're hoping to see bonus coming.
Yeah.
Maguire can also get one in on a set piece. So that's my pick. I'll jump straight into my midfield pick, which would be Grealish. He's been the talk of the English media until today when we're recording this year. Foden scored 2 for England, but up until today, Grealish has been a talk of the international game week. Put in good performances for the English national team, even though they lost against Belgium.
Right.
I saw people talking about should they build a team around him. Villa is definitely a team where he is the main man, although we have Barkley and Watkins and these guys now. Grealish, regardless, is the main guy at Villa.
Correct.
And he's in good form, so that's my must-have this week.
Yeah, he has 60 points and it's double what Oba has at 30 points. So definitely you must have pick. No qualms there. Mine is Ziyech. I feel like Ziyech brought him in, just seeing what he's doing and the assist wise, taking his set pieces is so dangerous. And that Chelsea team this week, could run up a score. There'll be possibility to run up a score against Newcastle. So Ziyech is mine. Moving on to forwards.
I'll let you move on to forwards, but I just one comment on the Ziyech is that it's crazy that neither of us have selected Bruno as the must-have midfielder this week. That's amazing to me. Continue.
Bruno as a must-have. Let me go back to that because Bruno was on my team from as soon as Manu came on. You saw I made the moves to get Bruno in. He gave me points every single week, and I think the injury I had a couple injuries that I had to shift some people around to get in the Vardy on top. Also, I would love Bruno on my team. I don't think anybody's impressed by the Manchester United yet, the attack yet. I think
so. So I'm sliding from Salah to Bruno, and I'm probably gonna captain him. It's just, yeah, it's a tough one because it seems like we're on either side of the sword.
Right.
I don't want to come and tell everybody to captain him. I will probably captain him. Let's see. This is one we'll have to revisit next week because West Brom is the must-have Man United attacking player game.
Right.
So the fact that there's a little doubt between us and Bruno, let's see how this shakes out. I don't know if anybody out there is more confident in Bruno this week, a double-digit haul than we are, but let's see how it goes.
I think in this fantasy year, I think once you get points, you're in the running. As opposed to having a captain. So a lot of people seeing the captains not score points. So I think just getting points, and Bruno is gonna get you. I think he's gonna get you a point. A return, sorry, not a point, a return in this game. You don't want 2 points. I have had that with Sergio Aguero. I had a point. Moving on to forward, talking about it earlier, what happened to Liverpool's defense. I could see this game. Jamie Vardy is my forward, must-have forward. I think he's a Mr. Big Time game. He always shows up in the big games. This is in Anfield. They're preparing for this game for a while. He's not traveled with his team. I know some of his teammates, like Tielemans, he's a talisman, played for Belgium. But Vardy, to me, I think this is going to be a statement by Leicester. I think Leicester's going to put their statement when Brendan Rodgers comes back there. I think it's going to be a statement. And this should be the most looked out game for this game week. But Vardy is my must-have forward.
Can't really argue with that. Again, we spoke about Liverpool's defense, how many injuries they suffered in the back there. Vardy haven't had too many chances this season other than the penalties, but I think this is a game where he will get chances. Just because of those injuries, the Liverpool midfield is going to have to do real work. It's probably going to be Henderson and Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to have to put in
no Fabinho.
They're going to have to put in a really, really tough shift. And then I think they have, is it Atalanta in the Champions League in the middle of the week too. So it's going to be tough for Liverpool. I could see them conceding goals. I have no qualms about Vardy.
Hopefully 7 goals.
I'll go with my must-have striker this week. I'm going to go with Raúl Jiménez of Wolves.
Risky.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I want to hear this.
He got one from Mexico. I think he's always reliable. He doesn't get 4, 5, 6 chances a game, but he will get 1 or 2. And I think he takes his goals well. He's a classy finisher. Classy finisher in the air, right foot, left foot. I really rate him, and he can also get a couple assists too. He has the hold up game. Southampton is doing extremely well. Don't get me wrong, but I just
Southampton is the Premier League leaders right now, as we record this right now.
yeah, but Wolves. Jimenez. No, Jimenez. I could see some points. I don't know if it's just wishful thinking because he's in my team, but I can see Jimenez doing.
I like it. Throw that in.
Yeah, I can see Jimenez doing some damage this week.
Oh man! All right,
yeah, I can see Jimenez doing some damage.
I can't go against it. I had him for the last 2 years in fantasy. He's done really well. I know what you're saying. He does get in those positions. So I can't knock it. I can't say he's not a must-have.
Just everybody out there. Yeah, don't want to we just give a couple of must-haves, but like we have Calvert-Lewin playing full.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to call the next guy because he's going to be more under the radar pick, but we have a couple other strikers with some good games, so it's not like this is better than that. You know,
who's your under the radar pick then? Let's hear who's your under the radar pick.
All right, so this is another guy I think could have a very good week. Anthony Martial, back in the France team. Cavani went all the way to South America, so even if you thought this time that Solskjaer might finally put Cavani in the lineup, I think the fact that he had to go to South America disrupt his integration into the team. So I think he'll
got a red card, I think, this week.
Yeah, but it's going to be another week off the bench, I believe. I think if they didn't have the international break and they were playing more games, Cavani would have eventually got some stats. But I think because
what's Martial's ownership? Let me check his ownership.
Martial is owned. I know it's under 5, which is our threshold for under the radar.
So perfect, because I guess
3.9%.
Nice.
So he's gonna be a big differential pick this week. I think Man United could get some goals against. This is another reason why I didn't want to put Bruno in the must-have. So just as anyone following along, there's going to be some critic like, oh my God, they didn't put Bruno as the must-have midfielder. Which I didn't want to just keep naming Man United players because I had Maguire as the must-have defender.
Right. All right, fair enough. You don't take the knocks back on YouTube, but I torn between two players under the radar. My gut, this is if he's healthy and he's ready to go. He took a knock in that same game, Richarlison, where he scored for Brazil. I think he's coming back to tear it up. I think he's coming back. He's one of those bad mind players that comes back in the Premier League. You see at points in time. Once he's fit, I think that game Everton. I think I could see 2 goals by Richarlison. On the flip side, I don't want to give 2, but Tielemans is a guy who is 6. He scored 6.4. He's 2% ownership, and he has more points than Jota and these guys, right? And he's a guy who could slot in when a game that we think is going to have a lot of goals. So 50-50, but I'll lean in more towards Richarlison for under the radar picks.
All right, I have one question for you before we get into the bold prediction and get out of here. One question I have for you.
Yes.
I hope this game is not related to your bold prediction, because I don't know your bold prediction, but the Man City game against Spurs, I think that's probably the game of the weekend. We haven't mentioned it. Right. Jesus is back. What are you expecting out of that game? Because now I am left with Son. I'm left with Kane. Remember, my plan was to remove Son from my team, so now I'm stuck with Son and Kane this weekend. I have no Man City players, but there's a big clash. Mourinho and Pep, something is going to happen there. Somebody might get poked in the eye.
Right.
Just give me your thoughts on that before we do our bold predictions and get out of here.
Yeah, I think that game, seeing everybody coming back from the international break will be, I think what makes this one really, really unpredictable. Because you saw, Kevin De Bruyne is coming off a hot weekend, a hot week so far, and with him in your team, I would say, I would lean towards City more. But Spurs' game is built around the counter attack, and I could see, Jose looking for that counter attack, getting behind the Man City defense a lot. So I could see a lot of chances. Similarly, Sheffield against Man City, Man City had tons of chances and they didn't score a lot of goals. So maybe it might be a scenario where Man City doesn't score a lot of goals, but Spurs looks like they could score goals. It could be a game where Spurs could steal this one 2-1, from Man City. I could see Spurs stealing this one 2-1 from Man City and winning at home. As much as I wouldn't like to see it, I think Spurs are going to win this game. And if that's a bold prediction for you, you could take that with you right there. Spurs will win this game. Man City.
That's not Super Bowl.
That's not super bold.
That's not super.
Somebody beating Man City is not a bold prediction.
I'm gonna say West Ham is gonna beat Sheffield by 3 goals. That's bold.
That's bold. Why is that bold?
West Ham by 3 goals.
Because Antonio's back. He's on the field.
Yeah, Sheffield are very uninspiring this season. I didn't think they would follow up. I think last season they finished 9th.
Yeah, they were in top 10.
I don't think they would have been top 10 again, but I also didn't think they would be bottom 3. I thought they would be safely around 11, 12,
Yeah.
And West Ham are actually doing well under Moyes this season. We have to give him his props at some point. Just think West Ham coming back off the break. They probably have a few less players involved this week than most other teams, and Moyes is just getting it done, man. I honestly don't know how, going back all these years at Man United and all his failures, and we laugh at Moyes and mock him, but West Ham are looking good, bro. They're looking good.
They have a nice counter-attack push, which is a good thing. I want to do something that we don't really do. Let's give top 3 captaincy picks. If you had to pick from the list, the top 3 captaincy picks, I think it would be really good because I think these weeks now are gonna separate the pack in FPL. Picking the captains.
You want me to give you all 3 or one at a time?
Give me 3 of the top 3 captaincy picks you could see this week.
I think Bruno is definitely a captaincy choice this week.
All right, he's your captain as well.
Second one I would go with would be probably Werner. Little worried about Lampard rotation there. Little tiny worried, but I mean, Germany lost by 6 to Spain, so he got some rest in that game. He was just watching goals go in his net, so he should be rested regardless. And last but not least, I would probably go Calvert-Lewin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're big on Calvert. I might give him another look again, but just going off of what we spoke about, I think, again, Bruno is on the top of the list. You can't say no because you want to be guaranteed points, which I think he would give you. Ziyech, which I think he's going to be a gamble. I think people want to bring him into their team, but I don't think they have the guts to captain him, which is what, I guess, separates you in FPL. And then Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy, to me, is if Leicester is going to score this week, it's going to be Jamie Vardy. So I feel like that was a good way for the guests and the listeners to hear in on what.
Yeah, we will post the suicide picks online. I guess you're gonna be waking up at 4:30 once again, bro.
Let's do it this Saturday. You have a rest day, no Friday this week. This Saturday.
Yeah, I don't envy you. I mean, right now it's pretty cold here in New York, but at least I won't have to get up at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, so you're dealing with the cold, you're waking up at 4:30. I know it's bad. I have a lot of these Monster drinks right here. No promotion to Monster, 0 calories.
Good luck to everybody this weekend.
Hey, good luck to everybody, and this is what's gonna separate the sheep from the goat this week.
All right, man. Bless
all right,
everybody.
Bro. Take care.
Yeah, man.